And we are live. Welcome to another episode of the e-commerce coffee break. A lot of businesses have problems with getting into the data. Obviously, marketing nowadays, e-commerce is completely data-driven, and tools like Google Analytics help with that. But they're very, very complex. You need to have special skills to get into this, and then obviously you have tons of different channels where the data comes from. So it becomes very, very difficult to get an idea what's happening in your business there. That's what we want to talk about today. And with me, I have Sacha Landesmann. He's the CMO and co-founder of Augment.io, and Mario Leon, who is the CPO of Augment.io. Augment.io is a SaaS platform that generates marketing automation to help e-commerce store acquire and retain customers based on predictive AI. So we're diving deep into AI today. Hi, Sacha. Hi, Mario. How are you today?
Hey, Klaus. Thanks for having us.
Sacha, give me a bit of a background. Where you're coming from? What's the idea behind your business about your solution?
Yes, sure. Well, I have more than 8 years working in digital marketing. I started in a marketing agency, then moved to the e-com team on Adidas, and then also worked as acquisition marketing manager for WeWork. And that's actually where we met with Mario. We were colleagues. And based on our experiences, we saw that a lot of businesses, not only small businesses, but big companies as well, also even my background on marketing agencies, so that they were making decisions not always based on data, and they were actually struggling to process all the data their businesses were generating. So that's when at the start of the pandemic, we started brainstorming with Mario, Emilio, and then when Alan joined, who is our CEO and CTO respectively. And we started brainstorming and understood that there was an opportunity to provide more insights, and not only insights, but actions to businesses of all sizes, so that they could really improve their experiences they have with their customers. Because at the end, those who are suffering those decisions that are not based on data are actually the customers. So that's a really short intro on Augment.
Obviously, as I said, digital marketing, e-commerce, completely data-driven, and the poor e-commerce managers and marketing managers sort of have to keep up with all the different channels and the data coming from different platforms. Now, as I said, Google Analytics is sort of a baseline there, but there's tons of different solutions as well. Now, to keep up with the day-to-day business and to really get the right data delivered to your desk, how do you approach this idea, or how do you support this idea?
So if you want, I can answer this, Sacha. We are thinking start from small things, simple, like calculate the average time between first and second purchase. I mean, right now you have tools that have automations with that kind of flows for make winbacks, but you have to pick the right time and the right moment. So we will start with super small things like that. Based on your data, we will set the time for make a second purchase, for example. And we're going to escalate to really strong capabilities to talk in the right moment to the right people based on algorithms like RFM or next best product based on probability. And that's it.
Okay. Now, obviously, personalized marketing, I think that's the next best thing that's coming up. And I think in 2022, we will see a lot of solutions going in this direction to personalize every step of the customer journey, really down on a customer level. As you said, Mario, there is predictive analysis in some tools. Klaviyo, for instance, for email marketing has a tool like this for, I don't know, the last 6 or 9 months doing this. So when it comes down to on a product level, on a customer level, what kind of data points are you collecting to get the right data?
Yeah, right now we are based our MVP in purchase behavioral data. We are trying to figure out, as all the e-commerce ecosystem, what is next in terms of behavior data, but like clicks or site visits, because we have this massive thing with the cookieless world.
Okay. For obviously, you need to have a certain amount of data before you can start with AI, because if you don't have anything, then it's very difficult for AI to figure out something. If somebody has a business, what's the minimum size, or the minimum size in different levels, products, customer data, being on the market, that AI really can start helping you in getting the right predictions out of it?
Yeah, I think the magic here is start with simple things. Not all can do like AI predictions at the first moment. And in fact, we want to help all the e-commerce. So we will start with the statistic data, and then when the users achieve the volume for make predictions, we will like suggest them tactics for do that. But long story short, 100 orders by month is enough for have a certain kind of predictions.
Mm-hmm. What kind of data are you collecting for your system?
So Sacha, maybe you want to answer this.
Yeah, basically what we want to achieve here is to connect or integrate all the sales channels that a merchant may have. So there are cases in which there are stores which sell, for instance, on Shopify, but also sell on different marketplaces. And I said Shopify, but it could be WooCommerce or any other marketing platform, sales platform. So what we are initially bringing is through API connections, the sales data mainly, as Mario said. In the future, there are some platforms that enable via API connection to bring the behavior data, let's say interaction on the site. And in the future, we will also include interactions on other channels. We understand that the customer is a person and not an interaction on or isolated point of data. So what we actually want to create is a unique customer profile. So if a merchant also has a retail store, eventually we would like to integrate that information as well, because at the end, for the user, they are just buying at one store and not despite the channel that they pick.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so just a practical example. So somebody is running a Shopify store and has other sales channels and platforms they're using. For instance, they're also selling on Amazon and on Etsy, and they're using different email marketing systems like Klaviyo or SMS Bump and all of this. So what you're saying, basically, you're collecting all this data, and then your system goes in and predicts the next step in the customer journey. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Not only like predict, we are integrating our own email sender. So we configure all the flows in your customer journey path, and you have the capability to activate that automations without adding workload, which is like, in fact, we are seeing from many tools that you have to configure that, or maybe you have to touch the template, you have to involve a lot of people, and our solution is thinking for help everyone, a solopreneur and also a medium company, because the only thing that the people who sells in internet doesn't have is time.
No, that's pretty true. Yeah, as I said, the poor e-commerce manager and digital marketing manager, they have so many moving parts in the business nowadays. So when you say your system helps creating content or helps sending out the right message, does that mean your API basically works in both directions? So you're not only collecting data, but you're also giving data back to, like, say, Klaviyo to create a personalized flow, or how does that work?
Yeah, in fact, we are creating our own personalized flow, all set it. So you don't have to connect Klaviyo. In our roadmap, we have that in mind to have more connections. But our philosophy is like respect not only your customer, also the time of the e-commerce manager. So if you have to figure out how to connect a lot of things and set the flow, it's like outside of our vision.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the flow creation goes automatically, and obviously you get the reporting on the other side. Let's dive a little bit into reporting. What kind of reporting can I expect from a system to help me with making the right decisions?
Yeah, that's a super interesting question. We are building reports based on the frequency of the customers, and attribution is like a huge thing now, because even email have is a new and and a challenging word right now with this privacy things, which I am completely aligned. So we are building a system of attribution based on circumstantiality more than information from your customers' devices. Sorry.
Okay. Obviously, privacy concerns a huge thing. In Europe, you have GDPR. In California, you have certain things you need to follow. All of these things. What happens if somebody wants to have their data deleted? How does that slot into your system?
Those people. Go ahead, Sacha.
That's a huge point, especially when you're a platform that handles data. So we want to actually enable and facilitate the possibility of erasing that that information from our platform. At the end of the day, our platform, what it is doing is consolidating data that is coming from other platforms. So if that information is deleted from a platform, but of course we will requirement to ensure that information is removed from the platform, from our platform.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of stores by now are selling internationally, so it's multi-currency, multi-language. How does that work with your system? Is your kind of which languages does it support, or which kind of markets does it support at this point?
Yeah, initially we are supporting English and Spanish for sure, and also USD like main currency, and pesos in Latin, which is the name of the currency in almost all the countries. What is different? Yeah.
I didn't mention that you're in the lovely city of Buenos Aires in Argentina right now. Just give me a bit of background, and it's just me curious. How is the e-commerce landscape in South America doing right now?
Wow. Go ahead, Sacha.
E-commerce has been growing really strong here in LATAM. Actually, Argentina, Mexico, and Brazil have been consistently showing up on the main rankings of growth in terms of e-com worldwide. So we have some specific platforms that maybe are not that known in other regions, like Mercado Libre, which is like the local Amazon, but it's a huge platform here in the region, as well as you could call it the LATAM Shopify, which is a platform called Tienda Nube or Nube Shop in Brazil. So both players are really important here. Then, of course, you also have presence of, let's say, Shopify, WooCommerce. Vitex is also a really huge player, actually, from Brazil in the LATAM ecosystem, which is present in other markets as well. So e-com is booming here as equal to anywhere else, but here it's going really strong.
Okay, maybe that's an idea for Shopify sellers to reach out to Latin America if they're not on the market right now. I think a lot of businesses do not have Latin America in focus right now, which I think they're missing out there. Give me an example if somebody approaches you. What's kind of the process to get your system embedded into their system, into their marketing, into their e-commerce setup, and how long will it take?
Yeah, our onboarding process is like 2 or 3 minutes stuff. So the onboarding is really fast. We take a half an hour to track all your data to our systems, and after that you can see immediately insights, and you can activate flows like in the immediately also. We are in beta process. That's why I'm not pretty sure of the times, because we are figuring out some things, but it's super easy to set and start.
Okay. Do you have any kind of tip or golden nugget if somebody wants to get into this area and is thinking about having a SaaS platform dealing with all the reporting, and what would you recommend?
Wow, that's a really nice question. Do you have any idea, Sacha?
Yes, basically what you need to be paying attention at the time of deciding if you want to include a partner, let's say like Augment, is to make sure what's the contribution that type of platform is making to your business. At the end of the day, what we want to generate is an easier process for all the teams that are involved in making an e-commerce successful. So you need to make sure that you are incorporating a tool that is not actually something that is making everything slower, but at the opposite, just make it easier. So that's why, as Mario mentioned, our onboarding process is so simple, because we don't want the platform to be something that is on the way. We actually just want to integrate on a seamless way so that it can be used easily once that is done, and automate the whole process so that it's not something that you have to have top of your mind all the time, but it's something that lives as long as your business flows.
Very cool, very cool. Where can people find out more about your solution?
Well, we have our website, which is www.augment.io. And we're also present in all social media, like Instagram, Facebook, and our LinkedIn page. So that's mainly it, or any of us is present also in LinkedIn, so you can contact us directly.
Cool. I will put the link in the show notes that people can easily contact you. Yeah, Sacha, Mario, thank you so much. It was very insightful. I think having a good reporting system that is based on AI does definitely help in the day-to-day business in the e-commerce world. And yeah, thanks for your time, and talk soon.
Thanks, Klaus.
Hey, Klaus here. Before you leave, I have a question for you. Are you a Shopify store owner and you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, and not sure what to do next to grow your business? Do you struggle to convert traffic into sales and turn website visitors into buyers? Do you want to have direct access to a mentor who can assist you with your store, your strategy, offer, marketing, sales, and anything else you might need in your business? Then I would invite you to apply for my Get Conversions program, where I show you how to remove the guesswork out of growing your Shopify business and create clarity to optimize your business for maximal growth and profit. This is an application-only program. To apply, go to klauslauter.com to learn more. And finally, please do not forget to subscribe, like, and comment. It's a huge help and allows me to reach more people with this channel. Thanks in advance, and until next time at the e-commerce coffee break.